is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going. What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're going to talk about Devin Vassell. This is an interesting prospect just because a lot of people don't know if he should go top 5, top 10, top 15. Will he be a steal? Will he be Mikal Bridges? Will he be Trevor Ariza? Will he be Paul George? Will he be Jimmy Butler? Will he be Kawhi Leonard? Or will he just be a 3-and-D guy like a Trevor Ariza is his highest ceiling and what he may be? Or will he be a guy like Mikal Bridges, a great team defender, very unselfish, passes up shots, willing to get out in transition, knock down threes, and that's it? Or will he add to his game and become something more dynamic and some more potent and really become a star or a superstar in this league like the Kawhi Leonards of this world? You have to start somewhere, and he has a unique package to knock down spot up shots and create off the bounce with a little small jumper. Can get out in transition and finish and make the right pass in transition. Very confident type of shooter. Lets that thing fly. He has a great release. His high is hard to block, but he also gets it off pretty clean and pretty fast. He should make it a little faster if he wants to be a huge threat in the NBA, but it's sound and he has good follow through. And he seems like he will be able to translate to the NBA level with his three. It might not be the greatest percentage, but it should be good enough to make him worth playing. I think that he's a guy that we look at if he adds a little bit more body, because if he plays the three in the NBA, he's going to have to be more stronger. He's going to have to be able to take more contact, going to the rim, fighting over screens, and trying to fight somebody from beating him off the dribble. So he has to be sound and tough so he doesn't get beat off the dribble. We know how today's rules is and how hard it is to stay in front of people and how hard it is because of the ability to switch. And if you don't switch, the ability to break down off screens to get a first step to make it tough to keep your opponent from going to the rack. So you have to know today's rules. You have to play by those standards, whether we like it or not. And whether even if it's ticky-tack fouls, you have to find a way to avoid that. So seeing him become a great defender at the NBA level will be interesting. He is a guy that possibly could go to a bad team, and a lot of these teams can use wings. And he's one of the highest commodities. I think that's one of his biggest selling points of him as a prospect in the draft is that a lot of teams can use a wing that can play great defense and still knock down threes without asking for any more shots. And he has those two abilities already. Plus, he has upside that he can play that 2 position or that 3 position and give you size when it comes to height and wingspan. But he doesn't have the strength at this point, but most rookies don't. So that's something that you know going in. And I don't even look at that as a weakness because these type of guys are, few and far between, especially if they can come in from day one and be a starter and make a contribution. So I really want to see who's going to take that gamble on him. I feel like he's more of a sure thing because at worst, he's going to be in the league just because he does have the size and he does have the shooting. We've seen Wesley Johnson and Jeff Green type of players that as long as you athletic enough and as long as you still have some type of touch and as long as you just give them size at that position with some type of productivity, you can have longevity in this league. And I think Vassell is going to have that on lock because he has shown that the last couple years coming up to this NBA level when he can get drafted. So I think he's more of a sure thing. I think that at worst he'll be a journeyman. At best, I can see him being a Robert Horry, a guy that can make big shots and big plays on teams, whether he gets a lot of shots or not. I'm not saying he's going to be better. I'm not saying he's going to be worse. I'm just saying that he can be that type of guy that can be a difference maker when you take a lot of attention off of him, or you putting him with other stars, or you putting him around a team where he can just fit into a role. He can really excel at that, and those type of guys are few and far between at that age that has that type of upside, has that type of shooting ability, and willing to do the dirty work and the small things to help the team win, even if it's just not touching the ball at all, or keeping the ball moving, or knocking down the jump shot off of, getting the ball from the perimeter, putting the ball on the floor, knocking down the mid range, getting to the basket, just dunking on somebody, or just hitting a spot up three. Those things are important to keep the offense moving, the offense flowing, and keeping the offense honest, even if he has to do a backdoor cut just to keep pressure on the defense to make sure they know that this guy is a threat. And if he's not, if you don't pay attention to him, he can make you pay either by relocating himself, cutting to the basket, knocking down a three, making an extra pass, knocking down the mid range off the dribble. So those are important things in today's NBA, and they have been important for years. But when I look at Devin right now, and I look at the range that a lot of teams have him going, he's definitely worthy of a lottery pick. In my opinion, I can see a lot of teams, especially in that top 10, probably trying to take a gamble at him, like a Minnesota, who doesn't have somebody that's 6'7". They don't have guys that really want to play defense. They don't have the 3-point shooting on the perimeter at that three position, and I think that they can use him. I already told you guys I can see him going to Detroit. Yeah, they got Sekou, but Sekou can play some four. He still can grow because he's still young, and you got a guy that can be a Tony Snell, but you won't need a Tony Snell. You got somebody that can develop and have a higher upside than him and still give you some great perimeter shooting. Plus, you never know what he can become as he continues to play. I look at a team like Charlotte. They can use a wing that can shoot threes and really be a role player to fit around Terry Rozier and Devontae Graham and give them consistent outside shooting possibly. And then even if he falls into that top 10, top 15, is other teams in that area that can use a guy just like him that can knock down shots pretty consistently. We've seen even Portland try to go with Trevor Ariza and guys like that. It'd be good to have some youth and some potential to really grow that position there. I even look at a New Orleans. I can see them trying to use a guy like him at his size at the three position. So it's a lot of teams that can utilize him. I don't really see him being a pick that sits. I don't see him really going in the second round just because he has become a hot name around the NBA draft, and somebody's going to really need a guy like him, and we just need somebody that's really going to be willing to take him. But I like his game. I understand why there's so much hype around him. I understand why a lot of people feel like he's overrated. I also understand and see why people feel like he's underrated. And I also feel like why people feel like he is a lottery pick, or possibly when you look at a lot of these rookies, since they're not the sure thing, or they don't have all the abilities and the upside that Devin has, I can see why people see him going within the top 10 just because he has an NBA ready body when it comes to length and size. And length and height. And I think he also has the ability to be a plug-in guy that can make an impact day one on an NBA team. And you don't really have too many guys outside of that top five that can do that and also be able to do a role. And those are things that's key and important to helping your team get better right away, but also finding a guy that can fill a need or a position or role that, you can't really find in the NBA, even in free agency. Most of the free agents that's 3 and D are either getting paid over 10 million or they're getting older to the point where they might not be worth keeping around. This is Devin, so this is a guy that can be on a 3 to 4 year rookie scale deal and still be worth a good amount of money. But also you have the protection of him being a restricted free agent, so that way even if he does want more money, you have a good chance of keeping him around, and you have a good chance of developing a guy that has upside and potential to be something better than what he is now, which you already sell yourself on because that's what you think most rookies are going to do and going to be in general. So he's more of a guy that wherever he falls, I can see him being the impact player within that top 15. I don't really see him falling out of there, even though some drafts don't have him there. I really don't see him being a terrible guy. Yeah, he can be the next Wesley Johnson, a guy that has the size, has the potential as a shooter, but never really becomes a superstar, never really becomes an all-star. But I can also see him becoming an all-star at the same time because he can master his role and add a little bit more to his game and then be a dynamic scorer or playmaker on the court. So this is a guy that's not going to hound the ball. He's not going to try to go out there and score 50 points. He's not going to go out there and just, detrimize the team. He's just going to play his role, understand what he's out there to do. He's going to keep the team and the defense flowing, whether it's on offense or defense. I think he'll be fine. And even if he does develop into something more, that's even more value of what he's already worth now and what he could do right now at the level that he's at. So he's already shown that he's an NBA quality player. And then it's about developing him and making him become a better player than he is now and trying to get the most out of his body size and potential. And then you can even have something even more special than you have right now. But other than that, that's all I got for you guys. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. If you already like on Facebook, thanks for the love and support. Like the video if you like the video already. Thanks for the love and support. Thank you for liking if you just did. If you do like this video, I have video just like this about the draft. I also cover trade deadline, free agency, the season, G League, Summer League. I also cover the playoff predictions. So if you have that thirst for that knowledge of the game of basketball, I got you covered. Plus, I also do break down rookies, players, and legends. I also have a website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. I'm going to try to differentiate it from my channel, and it's free, just like my YouTube channel. So at the end of the day, if you like Devin Vassell, you think he can be better, you think he can be worse, you think he's overrated, whatever you feel about Devin, let me know in the comment section below because I read every comment. And at the same time, at the end of the day, this is the video that I got for y'all today for Tuesday. So get ready for tomorrow. I make videos every day. So subscribe and become part of the family. Other than that, Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, I'm gone.